All right, Banger Smurf. How's it going?
Cam, what's going on, man?
Hey, nothing much, man. Glad to have you back on Cam Capone News.
Yeah, man. The last interview we had was crazy, man. It went viral, like them certain clips. Like, that one did its thing. Definitely made his rounds.
It did,
Yeah,
man.
definitely
The reaction
made
was
his rounds.
crazy.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna start off with some of the newest news going on, man, and just get your thoughts on everything, man. You know, recently, 50 Cent's been beefing with a lot of people. Jim Jones, Fabulous, Mano, you know, but he also got into it with T.I. After T.I. wanted to do verses with him, and 50 called him a snitch.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah, I definitely seen that. You know, I be keeping up with everything that's going on. You know, I be staying relevant and all that. I like what's going on. I thought it would have been good competition, but it's lopsided because only one side of making music. It's only one side of the people's with the issue making music. You feel me? Ain't nobody else responding, so it's making the game kind of weak. And you know, hip hop is about bars, man. All call outs is mandatory in hip hop, just like jail. Like if you get called out on the mic from another MC, you got to step up as a rapper.
So you feel like 50 should have took the battle?
Yeah, he should have took the battle. He tucked his tail. I'm not saying he should have took the verses. If he ain't want to do that, cool with him. But once it got past the verses and it started getting personal and people writing bars now, yeah, you got to come back, man. This hip hop, man. Have to, man. I find he tucked his tail on that situation. Remember, T.I. is a lyricist too. 50 can't keep up with T.I. on a lyrical battle, nah. That's why 50 make memes, because that's all he could do. Like, he make memes. He's a comedian now. Like, that's what he do. He switched lanes. He went from a rapper to a comedian. Yeah.
T.I. said that he ran into 50. He told 50 about the verses. 50 said he was down. And then when he publicly came out with it, 50 acted like he didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, but that's what 50 would do. He'll act like he with certain shit when, you know what I mean, you in front of him, then when you turn your back, it's gonna be a different story. Even when he was in the streets, you heard? Like he'll talk shit about a nigga, then see a nigga, then act like it's, know what I mean? Everything all good, then when they leave again, talk behind the back, you feel me? I give you, for instance, like when 50 was beefing with Murder Inc., Cadillac Ty, baby mother wound up walking through our hood wearing a Murder Inc. shirt on, you heard? So a few guys from my block, you know, started talking shit like Murder Inc., take that shirt off, and I think one of them threw a bottle. But long story short, she wound up calling Cadillac Ty. Then Cadillac Ty came to our block by himself, 134, this 50 hood, you heard? This man, that's why I always respected the Murder Inc., man. You gotta give it to them, man. Then Cadillac Ty came back to the block by himself with a bunch full of guys outside to check 50 about that situation, disrespecting his wife. And 50 did nothing, you heard? You know what 50 did after Cadillac Ty left? He wound up kicking the gate, then come slap one of the little homies that was defending him, you heard? And the Murder Inc. shit. This is what I'm saying, what these do. These act like they causing drama, then when they face to face with it, then when checking them is a whole different story. Why you ain't slap Cadillac Ty? The whole time you beefing with Murder Inc., you dissing Murder Inc. The Murder Inc., the Life on the Line video out, all that out. So why you ain't pop on Cadillac Ty? That's what I'm saying, these guys, I respect Murder Inc. Shout out to Cadillac Ty for that. That's what I'm telling you, this is what these guys do. They act like they with it, then when you turn your back, it's a whole different story. These be frauds, man.
Okay, hold on. Let me take it back 1 second. So Cadillac Ty pulled up on 134th and God Brewery,
yes,
in front of everybody.
In front of everybody.
And
jumped out and checked 50, like, yo, 50, come here, let me holler at you. And this time, at this time, the Murder Inc., Your Life on the Line video, all that out. Scream murder, I don't believe you. So that's why we had the energy, and the little homie who got slapped had that energy. So you can't be pushing a certain energy and we defending you, and then you flipping on us because you got embarrassed, nigga. You heard? So he wound up slapping his little homie for that instead of Cadillac Ty, nigga. You supposed to slap Caddy for that, nigga. You slapped the little homie. for representing for you. Because if that's your energy, you screaming murder, we don't believe you. The young boys on the block that look up to you go and push that energy. You dig? Yeah, so that's why I said these be frauding, man.
They didn't just like catch a fade, you know, like take
Nah,
it to the back
it wasn't
between
no
them two?
fade, nothing. Caddy checked them and whatever they said, because they got, Caddy pulled them to the side, so they talking from the side. I'm just watching, because I already know how Fifth give it up. I thought he was going to pop on the nigga. So I was just waiting for the nigga to pop so we could have did Caddy dirty, but this ain't do nothing. The nigga wound up came over and slapping one of his own little homies, man. That's why I said, man, these be fraud, man. I just had to get that out the way. These don't really live what they talk about.
Well, 50 and T.I. have been going at it.
Yeah.
And, 50 posts some kind of embarrassing pictures
Of Tiny.
Of Tiny.
Yeah.
I mean, they were real pictures, but,
Yeah.
they were kind of in a position where it didn't make her look her best.
Yeah.
And, it kind of started the whole thing with T.I.'s kid. His kid gets involved. He's making diss songs. He's dissing 50 Cent's dead mom.
Mm-hmm. But
A lot of people thought that was kind of extreme.
Yeah, but you got to understand too, they defending their mother. They defending their mother. So ain't no, you can't tell them how to take that disrespect. That's their moms. And if your mother dead, don't be playing with other people's moms. So you got to take what come with it. If you know your mom's dead, how you going to disrespect somebody else's mother? And your mom's is dead. So you got to take what come with it. So if King say he's smoking on a Sabrina pack, that's what he doing. You got to take that. Because when Irv Gotti died, that's what he did to Irv Gotti, right? He was mocking to death. When Irv Gotti died, he was smirking on the Irv Gotti pack, right? I'm showing you how the universe work. This how the universe work. Now smoking on your mama. Yeah, that's how the universe work. You dig? You can't be mocking people death. Now you got to take that. You dig? Yeah. But I like what King did. Because I would have did the same thing for my moms, my sister, or any woman in my family. You ain't playing with nothing with mine, especially you a male at the end of the day. And you dissing a female, so they did what they were supposed to do. I respect that as kids. They did exactly what they were supposed to do.
Man, I hear a lot of people saying that, like, this is maybe not the first, but one of the first times where, like, someone actually gave 50 a run for his money.
Yeah, he got to tuck his tail, man. Because look what he doing. He just bothering and bullying everybody, bro. Because of the algorithm. He want his name to stay in the algorithm. That's how these dudes get money. They get money by disrespecting their own kind. I can't respect this generation of hip hop or this culture no more. You dig? Because first of all, we coming up, we had self-respect for ourselves. Ain't no self-respect no more, you heard? And self-respect is a weapon of mass destruction, and we lost that. So that's why these oppressors is winning, because we lost self-respect. They want us to think we animals, we goons, we gangsters. You dig? That's what they want us to think, because they feed off of the low frequency.
This makes me think of the recent Jay-Z interview, where he says he's not sure if battle rap has a place in current hip hop. Did you see that? And what'd you think about it?
I seen the Jay-Z interview, but I ain't watch all of it. But I seen a little backlash he was getting from the battle rappers. But what I could tell Hov, but that's how hip hop started. Battling, bars for bars, going at it. Even Jay-Z used to be battling. That's how, but I understand what he's trying to say, meaning it makes no sense now, because you got guys like 50 Cent, instead of writing bars, he just gonna drop memes. So that's what he was trying to say, obviously.
Yeah, and that people, they're bringing family members into it, kids and everything like that.
Yeah.
Women.
Yeah, but hip hop been like that though, because Jay-Z did that years ago when he was talking about Nas.
Jay-Z did do
that
to
I skeeted on your baby seat, so you really can't.
That's true.
I seen that part of the interview when Hov said, yo, baby, woman and children not involved, but you disrespected Nas' baby mother and his kid. So I find Jay-Z was being a hypocrite on that part in that interview, because you saying women and kids is not involved, but that's was your main target coming at Nas. Was his baby mother and his child skeeting on the baby seat and shit like that, you did? So I find he was a hypocrite for that. But I see what he was saying about battle rap. I disagree with Hov with that because battle rap is the foundation of rap, of hip hop. It started off with everybody battling, going face to face. You know what I mean? Everybody promoting their talent. Who got the best bars? I'm better than you. Let's go face to face. Let's see. Set it up. It wasn't nobody tucking their tail like now.
Did you guys ever do any battle rapping back in the day? It seems like 50 wasn't big on the battle
50
rap.
wasn't a battle rapper. Like Yayo, Banks, Domination, everybody from our hood a battle rap. Remember them, like those was the guys with the talent. They took rap to the heart. 50 was a hustler and turned that into his hustle. Like he never had a love for hip hop or rap. That wasn't his talent. He turned that into his passion in his career. Because he's a hustler, yeah?
Yep.
So he wouldn't be battling rap out there in the streets and shit like that. But like Banks, Tony Yayo, Domination, yeah, all of them used to battle in the hood face to face. I used to put up $1,000 to watch, to have Banks and Domination battle rap in the hood and shit like that. Yeah. You need battle rap, man. That's how you showcase your talent, man. Go to hood and battle the best rappers. So battle rap is very important to hip hop.
Man, I know, especially in New York. I know New York is extremely, big on battle rap.
Yeah.
Is it still big like that in New York?
Yeah,
or do you think that was more your era?
Nah, it's still big. It's all right now. You got the URL lead and a whole bunch of different other leads that stem from the URL. Like shout out to Smack. Like the battle rap culture is big. They touring the world off of this battle rap shit till this day. So shout out to Smack for paving the way for all them artists to eat. Yeah, URL. Yeah.
Well, that's what it is, man. Well, some big news coming out of New York. Max B gets released from prison after doing 16 years.
Yeah.
What was your thoughts on that? I seen you had some thoughts on him getting out and the whole snitching allegations.
Yeah, Max B to me, Max B ain't do right. He did bad. Max B is a rat. That's what you call a rat. Shout out to his brother Pooh Sims. You did? Because Max B, initially, he blew to 75 years. Pooh Sims blew to 100 or whatever years he got. You dig? So, as time go by, Max trying to fight his case to come out. They came back with his initial plea. The paperwork's all that is there already, you heard? So he just had to say what part he played in the crime for him to come home. So in other words, he had to throw his brother under the bus. And all the paperwork's is there. So that's why I said he's a rat. Because if my brother is claiming innocent, I can't go against that. That's like me and Domination locked up. And I got tired of doing the time. And I say, I'm gonna go back to the prosecutor, the DA or whatever, and be like, yo, man, this is the part I played in this crime. So obviously you're letting it be known your brother is guilty. So that's how he rat. If your co-defendant is claiming he's innocent, you can't go against that. You can't go against that. And then in the paperwork, Max was telling before he went to jail, because he gave up one of the homegirl location. She was a part of the crime too, because he set up a crime for two people to do. He ain't go on the crime. The two people get caught or whatever. You dig? And then he wound up doing what he do. He was talking to the police. Police had his number, all kind of shit. Like, that's a rat, man. Like, once police got your number, you's a rat, man. Once you give anybody location up, you's a rat, man. I don't care if your name is not on paperwork. You's a rat. And the paperwork is there. The was a yes man. He said yes to everything. So I can't respect Max B. And French my man. And French know how I feel about snitches, because I had a little homie that snitched and I had to distance myself, somebody that I love dearly. So just behind him going through that snitch shit, I had to cut him off. I really cried behind cutting this kid off because I loved him. You heard? So that's how big I am on snitching. I'm not tolerating no snitches, not even if it is in my camp. And French know that. But this generation don't care, they jacking anything in this industry, man. You ain't see all these sucking in position? And half of these is rats, man. That's why they like when the real like me out the way, you heard? Yeah, but Max B's a rat in my book. I ain't jacking that, man. Any that sit down and talk with them peoples and give up people location and shit like that is a rat. And you gave, and your initial plea was the 20 years. So they offered you that 20 years. You're gonna get your time served if you just tell us the part you played in the crime. And he did that, so you's a rat. Because it was one man still claiming he was innocent. You dig? And that was his brother, Pooh Sims. But I'm about to get the official paperwork too, because I'm in contact with Pooh Sims. So he gonna send me that directly. Free Pooh Sims, man.
Yeah, they've messaged me a few times about it too, man. I haven't been able to get everything done. But man, yeah. I was surprised, man. I seen 50 and Max B doing a song.
Yeah, after he was just hugged up with Rick Ross.
Right.
Yeah, so it'd be selective favoritism, but that's why I said I believe both of them as agents. That's why he could still rock with Max B. They both agents, you heard? In my book. And I wanted to clear something up too, because in my last interview when I was talking about 50 being an agent, but they was like, oh, but you said 50's not a snitch. You're right, I said 50 didn't snitch in the Murder Inc. situation. But everything he doing now is police activities to me, bro. I'm sorry, man. I mean, the shit he doing now is police activities to me. I believe he's an agent and he got an agenda to do. Because you got to understand these rappers, these athletes, and these movie stars and all that, they the modern day house, bro. They got an agenda to do, bro. These is the new house, bro. So they got the agenda to do. Y'all got to see what's going on in the world, man. These oppressors use them to break down our culture, you heard? That's why we have no self-respect now. You heard? And these are the same motherfuckers, oppressors that invested in the jail, so they got the best of both worlds. So they got their little house to do their agenda, to up the whole ghetto in the community. Genocide, years of genocide. Years and years, all them jails is filled up. They gotta build more jails because of this music shit. You dig? And that's why I'm exposing all this shit now. These rappers, athletes, actors, actresses is modern day house. You heard? You don't see how they look down on the less fortunate? Oh, you broke. Oh, you dirty. As soon as they get a little money, they try to diss the cotton pickers. They better than the cotton pickers now. They better than the field, right? Nah, man. But remember in the end, the field burned that shit down to the ground. Just remember that. You gotta give these guys history because a lot of people is lost, you heard? Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, man.
Yeah, I know I'm getting deep in this one. I gotta touch. I gotta get deep.
It's a deep perspective.
Yeah. Facts too, though. It's real.
I was watching this Juvenile interview.
Yeah.
And in this interview, he says that he got 50 Cent his deal with Eminem. And he was letting 50 record on his studio bus.
Half of that is cap. He had nothing to do with 50 getting signed with Eminem. But shout out to Juvenile. He was the first one to actually try to help out 50 because we didn't meet up with Juvenile on his tour bus. I was there for that. That's the first day we met Young Buck. You dig? But Juvenile had nothing to do with 50 getting signed because our lawyer Theo Stoudemire was good with Paul Rosenberg. So he gave Paul Rosenberg the Guess Who's Back CD. So that's how Eminem got that CD and heard that CD. You know, this the internet. Everybody want credit for shit and they got nothing to do with it. You heard? This the internet, so just say whatever, you heard? I was there when we first met Juvenile on the tour bus though. Skip, Wacko, all of them. I had 2 Macs on me that night. Facts.
So this is when he was popping then, right?
Yeah, Juvenile was popping. He had the UTP. He had his own group, Wacko and Skip. You know that no their clap? They had their little motion going on. Yeah, he had Young Buck with him too. So that's how we wound up linking with Young Buck. From that night, you heard? And 50 told him if he ever got in position, he gonna come get him. You know what I mean? So 50 wound up getting in position and wound up snatching up Young Buck. Cause like Juvenile ain't really know what to do with him, you heard? Yeah. Like Juvenile, he's a great artist, but he's not the best businessman, you heard? He's not the best executive or label you'll want to be with, you heard? Yeah.
I remember Young Buck telling the story, accusing Juvenile of leaving him in California.
Yeah, that story was true. We heard that story. Buck always used to tell us that story. Cause remember when I was on the road with G-Unit, I was real close with Buck. Like that was when we was real close on tour. So I used to f with Buck heavy on tour, you dig? So me and him was real tight.
Have you talked to Young Buck since you've been back there?
Yeah, I talked to Young Buck years ago, like 16 years ago. But them be moving funny. All them be moving funny, bro. Like, to keep it real, I left Young Buck with my watch on tour. The watch was like 30,000, my Rolex. He ain't even send me that back. So to me, Young Buck owe me some money. So Young Buck, when you see this money, just cash at me, son, nigga. How y'all living like that? Really did me dirty, son. Expect me to be quiet after all these years? It's crazy out here. Rap is fraud though, man.
Okay, so break that down for me. So you loaned him your watch?
Yeah.
And this was, you were on tour with 50.
Yeah.
You loaned him your watch.
Yeah, because
you got kicked off the tour.
Yeah, listen, this is
and
why.
you never got your watch back.
Right, but this is how I end up letting Young Buck hold the watch, you heard? Because when he first came around us, he had fake jewelry on, you heard? He had a fake Jacob watch on, you heard? So I'm like, damn, Juvenile and them doing y'all like that over there? So I gave the nigga my Rolex off my wrist, like, yo, bro, you wear that. This how we do on this side, you heard? So I used to have him wear my watch while he performing and shit, till he get his money up and he gets situated, you heard? Because he ain't have he had the deal, but G-Unit wasn't formed yet, it wasn't a budget for them. But 50 just snatched him up and let him know I'm gonna take you with me. Yeah, so during that process, I wound up getting it on with the road manager, because the dude Jaffe had his jersey and I was defending the kid Jaffe. So we wound up beating up the road manager or whatever. So I wound up flying out from there, but I left them with the watch. I thought I would have been coming back, you dig? But nah. When I left, everybody said, me, you heard? Them ain't real, bro. And I still, and the crazy shit is, Cam, I still held them down for years. Like, if you know me from jail or the streets, I don't talk bad about these. You might hear me speaking my piece on the internet. I'm always talking my piece in the interview. But like, in reality, I don't talk bad about these in the streets or the jail or anywhere I went. I got other shit going on. I got my own motion, you heard, to be talking about these guys, you heard? I always, you know what I mean, kept it 100.
Now, when they get a 50 Cent's first tape, or, you know, Eminem gets it,
Yeah.
How do you hear about Eminem having interest in 50 Cent?
Through the lawyer, through Theo. Remember, he had a relationship with Paul Rosenberg. That was like Eminem manager and shit. So, you know, Theo let 50 know and shit, you heard? So from there, they was just communicating, negotiating deals and shit. But I want to give credit to Chris Lighty too, because I see a lot of people saying, oh, the reason why 50 don't diss Eminem because he was the only person that helped him. Ain't no black people wanted to help him. That's a lie, because the first person that helped 50 Cent was Chris Lighty, Violator Management. Remember, that was his management before Eminem. So that was the first person that stepped up and to help 50 get in position, man. So when niggas said Eminem was the first, it was no black people that helped 50 out, that was bullshit, because we had Chris Lighty, rest in peace, Violator Management. You know, Missy Elliott on there, Busta Rhymes on there, Fat Joe, everybody on that label. That was one of the dopest labels to be management companies to be on, because he had all the plugs. And that's how we was going on the mixtape tours and mixtape run and all that. This is before M came involved. We on mixtape shows, we touring out, we selling everywhere, you heard? So shout out to Chris Lighty. So a lot of people be thinking they know the history or the business and they don't. Shout out to Chris Lighty, rest in peace. That was the first black person that stood up for us. Then M came along.
Did you go to Cali with 50 Cent to meet Eminem?
Yeah, but the first trip I didn't go, because that was him, M, and all that. They did their deal on the low. Just him went out there. Because when you're working with Dr. Dre, he don't really want people around him. But the first time he went, we ain't go. But all the other times we was there in the studio with him. But we did a lot of recording in Detroit, Eminem personal studio. You heard? That's where we did most of our recording. It wasn't with Dr. Dre or LA. It was really in Detroit. When we went to LA, that's when it's getting mastered and mixed and all that. You heard? Yeah.
So you weren't able to sit in on any of the sessions with Dr. Dre?
Nah, no way. Nobody. But we was like, we in the lobby though. He bringing us In-N-Out burgers and shit, giving us bounce, giving us daps and shit. But when it's time to record, ain't nobody in there with him. That's how he worked. Yeah, nobody in there with him.
Damn, yeah. Okay. Dre's strict, man, okay.
Yeah, Dr. Dre is very strict. Hell yeah.
Now, at what point did Dre get involved? Was he involved from the beginning, or was it M and then Dre?
Yeah, it was really M. M had convinced Dr. Dre to go half with him on the project. So he convinced Dr. Dre, but Eminem had full control of getting the album done. Dr. Dre, when the album done now, he'll come fix up the beats, tweet what got to tweet, had the artist say whatever over, say what like this, or however he feel needs to be fit, you heard? So Eminem had the album damn near done, then Dre just come do the doctor, do the surgical work on it, you heard? That's why they call him doctor. He come do the surgical work, you heard? Yeah.
Okay, now from this time, I think the first song you guys dropped was Wanksta.
Yeah, we did that on the 8 Mile soundtrack. So that was that was on the 8 Mile soundtrack, yeah. So we was pushing that for Eminem, yeah.
Okay. Now, and then in the club.
Wanksta tore the streets up. that Wanksta was crazy, but you couldn't go nowhere in the ghetto, in suburbs, anywhere. Yeah, that Wanksta was big.
But then In the Club drops.
Yeah,
and I mean
that's the number one. That's the number one record till this day.
This thing right here
number one
is
record.
a monster.
Yeah. Dr. Dre.
I mean, it's like you can't even walk outside without hearing this song.
Yeah, Dr. Dre, man. Shout out to the doctor, man. Yeah, that changed the whole movement forever. Like that changed everything, man. That song right there. But that was a great experience just for me being there, because I was in the video, so just for being a part of that. We did that in LA and all that, so just being a part of that is legendary. You know? That's something great to remember. It was a beautiful experience, you know?
Yeah, what was the vibe like? Take me through it, man. What was your thoughts?
The vibes was great. So see, when we landed in LA, like, I was uncomfortable already because we ain't really go out there like with all the goons or whatever. It was just like me, Banks, Yayo, 50 and his security or whatever. So when I got out there, I wound up calling my homies from Shadyville. These some other G-Unit guys we had connected with us, like my homie Ace, like, yo, bro, meet us out in LA, man. I feel uncomfortable out here. So he wound up flying out there and meet us and all that. But the vibe out there was cool once my touch now, you heard? So we vibing, we doing what we do, you heard? But the night of the shoot, Suge Knight wound up coming through as well, you heard? So it's kind of like, people getting nervous, scared, the staffs or whatever, because Suge Knight had a reputation out there. These staffs and these corporate people out there used to be scared of him and all that. So he wound up coming through and shit to check temperature. But we was on point and shit, you heard? But the vibes was nice, just the experience. To be around Dr. Dre, Eminem, seeing them work. I was happy for 50, because we put in so much work to get here. So just to see my boy smile again, you heard, because he was going through a lot. So I was just happy to see the boy back on his grind and back on top, and he got powerhouses behind him, you heard. So that day for me, I was like in a daze, like, you daydreaming and shit, you dreaming like, damn, we really made it? We really these guys, like, we doing this? So it's kind of like, you heard, like you was in a dream kind of vibe, you heard? Yeah, but it was a great experience, man. And then seeing Suge Knight pull up made it even more legendary, you heard? And just seeing scatter, like people scattering, running and getting scared. Yeah.
Yeah, Suge Knight had a reputation for pulling up on a lot of people at that time, for sure.
Yeah, he wanted to check 50 and them temperature. 50 never came out though. They had him in the ceiling and shit. They had that boy in the ceiling. You know the cartoon niggas go up in the ceiling? They had that nigga in the ceiling, man. That nigga ain't even come see Suge face to face, man. Big tough gangster. So
50 didn't go out there and see Suge
Hell
face to
no,
face?
man. I just told you 50 was in the ceiling, man. Literally.
What do you mean by...
You know we in the big studio, so it's a production studio, the shit big. So they got steps going all the way up to the ceiling. This was in the ceiling sitting on the steps. So when I run in there, I'm looking like, yo, bro, what you doing up there? Like literally up in the ceiling, my nigga. I guess they had to keep him safe, but I thought the big tough guy would have came seen Suge eye to eye like we seen Suge eye to eye. But you know how it go.
Who was doing all the talking to Suge?
It wasn't no talking. New York don't talk. We like, what's popping? You know me, I'm like, yo, what's popping? What's going on? So we all out there rowdy, but you know me, what's popping? What's up? He had some Mexicans with him. He took a pull of his cigar, dropped it on the floor, stepped on it, and rode out. They just left.
That was it?
Yeah,
okay.
So, and I seen Suge shit, like Suge responded to this, but Suge was capping, talking about he slapped up and this and that. Nah, Suge, you ain't even make it inside the studio. He ain't even make it inside the studio. Suge came on the compound though, you heard? But you ain't make it inside the studio to slap nobody or nothing like that. These be capping too, man. The realest, who you think be the realest be capping, sir. Facts.
Damn.
Yeah, but that was a great experience, man. All that was beautiful. Just being around Dr. Dre, legendary. Then Suge Knight popping up. Who the fuck would have thought your day like that day was legendary, bro. So just to be a part of that, man, yeah, it's a beautiful experience. Oh, man.
Well, right after 50 Cent blows up, or, you know, right around the time he blows up, Jam Master Jay gets killed.
Yeah.
You know, how did you find out Jam Master Jay died?
I was with 50. We coming back from the city. No, we going to the city. You heard? My mother calls me, you heard? Historical. Yo. Be safe. They trying to kill y'all. Where 50 at? I'm like, yo, he right here. What happened? He was like, it's a hit list. It's a hit list. They gonna kill y'all. She kept saying hit list, hit list. Because that's what the media was pushing. Because after they killed Jam Master Jay, they were saying it was a hit list, like a certain amount of rappers was next up, and 50 was one of them. So they saying this on the news. So this how we find out. Because remember back in the days, we ain't had no social media or none of that shit. We had regular flip phones. So we can't see what's going on in the world. We actually had to get the news live and direct. Somebody call you. So my mother calling me, tripping, you heard? So then 50 was like, yo, pass me the phone, let me talk to her. So he talking to my moms and shit. He was like, yo, yeah, the Jam Masters Jay shit. Oh, word, don't worry about it. We gonna be all right. Don't listen to the media. So then he hand me back the phone and shit. And my mom's was like, yo, just make sure he's safe. Just make sure he's safe. And you be safe too. I hung the phone up and shit, you heard? So now as we leaving the city and shit, I hear sirens and shit, you heard? There's some feds behind us, you heard? And I got guns and shit on me, you heard? So you know me, I'm like, what the say it ain't so, you heard? So you know, we moving cautious, we calm, we ain't tripping, you heard? But the police, when they came, they was like, yo, follow me to the station. I want to talk to you, like, it's a hit list. So long story short, we wound up going to the station. 50 got out, spoke to the people's, whatever they spoke about, conversation they had, you heard? I stayed in the bucket, you heard? So then he came back and he's escorted us out the city. Yeah, feds. Yeah, so that's how I found out Jam Master Jay died. Me and 50 was together, headed to the city to conduct some business. Yeah.
So they were warning him that there was a hit on him?
Yeah, that you next. Well, he was supposed to be next, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay, because I did hear about a situation early in his career where I guess there was also a hit on him, and I guess the people had followed him to California, or they were gonna go to California and try to do something to him when he was performing in California.
Yeah, remember, he got a lot of enemies because his mouth is big. He got a big mouth and he don't put no work in. Yeah. And you dealing with real gangsters just to sell albums. Remember, he using that to build his reputation up and to sell albums. So you'll play with real gangsters' name to make it look like you tough, like you beefing with these. And that's why all these got indicted. You don't notice that every 50 had beef with got indicted? Because the feds listen to 50 music to go indict niggas, you heard? So if you beef with 50, you going to jail. That's why everybody had an issue with him is going to jail, bro. Look at the track record. He ain't putting no work in. Ain't nobody else go to jail. You never heard of no G-Unit getting indicted, big tough gangsters. All these years, you never heard these getting indicted. You never heard none of that. Because the prosecutors and the district attorney is always on 50's side because he's the victim. In every situation he is, he's the victim. So the prosecutor will be on his side. Yeah. Only thing I heard G-Unit doing is slapping Jimmy Henchman's son, and that's how the war started. Nothing else. Nothing else.
Right, and this led to Lodi Mac.
Yeah, Lodi Mac getting smoked. Yeah.
Did you know Lodi Mac?
Nah, I don't know these guys. Remember, all these who are around 50 now is there for the money or respect him because he got money. Remember, we the guys that was there when he was broke, so we loved him when he was broke with nothing. So our loyalty will always be different. These guys don't care about the around them now. Everybody will be around you now because you popping, you 50 Cent. Because it's opportunists, they trying to get something. Yeah? But you see the like us, when he had nothing, the real love, yeah, we get shitted on them. While all the fake get the reward. You hear that? While we put the pain in. Yeah. But this is what it is though. Damn. Like God had a different plan for me. Like my bloodline, my DNA, I'm cut from a field cloth, you heard? I'm a cotton picker. You heard? So my ancestors wouldn't allow me to be around this shit anyway. I see why they removed me. They say, yo, let me send you back to Trinidad because you forgot where you came from. And my grandmother always told me, you can never get to where you go until you know where you from. I thought I was American. Yeah? So they sent me back home to know my roots, know where I'm from, you heard? Yeah, so I ain't mad at nothing I've been through in life because I know what I've been through in life. The average person couldn't go through this, man. The pain, the pressure, the suffering, the mental breakdowns. And I'm still afloat 18 years later, still popping, name still ringing bells, man. The average dude would have killed themselves already being deported. Because remember, when you get deported, come back home, this is a third world country, my boy. Where I'm from the hood. So I'm talking from my perspective. The whole Trinidad mightn't be like this because you got rich areas too. But where we from, we still on a water schedule, man. We get waters Sunday and Thursday, man. You still got certain people shitting in the hole, man. You still got people bathing outside, man. You got to walk down the hill to a standpipe, man. Little kids eating in the hood, eating biscuits all day, nigga. Like, this is what going on in Trinidad. I'm keeping it real now. Can't go through this sufferation that I went through out here, bro. Niggas would have been killed themselves or crashed out, try to rob something or do something. You got to master patience like I did. That's why I said I'm proud of myself, just to be here, to be a part of this. And let's not talk about how dangerous this is. And I'm in the midst of all this shit, you heard? Yeah, so I'm proud of myself, man. Trinidad, like, going back to any third world country getting deported is hard, especially once you leave here from a kid. It ain't easy coming back as a grown man. Yeah.
Damn, that does sound tough, man.
Yeah, man, shit crazy out here. I ain't even really get in this shit, like. We ain't even get into the government and all this other shit, like what really going on here. It's nothing but corruption and racket running out here, you heard? So to survive in Trinidad, you really got to be a wicked person, you heard? You have to be. You have to be a wicked person. especially being in the streets down there. There's no rules. This ain't America. There's no rules. There's none of that. You have to be a wicked person down here, especially if you want to be a gangster or a bad man. Ain't no principles, ain't no morals, and none of that down here, you heard? They killing babies, they killing daughters. Mothers. I ain't trying to sound harsh. I'm talking my reality now, you heard? This is what goes on out here. And this place is smaller than Queens. There's only 1.5 million people down there. You heard? Murder rate, it's crazy out here, bro. Yeah. So this is why I'm trying to show you my mental, right? To just be strong and to adapt and survive 18 years. I'm proud of myself. Niggas can say whatever they want about me. I'm proud, because I know they couldn't walk through my shoes and still get the respect I get. I came here by myself, man. I travel by myself. I move by myself. I don't need 100 niggas. So I don't know what be talking about, you heard? Yeah.
Well, I wanted to ask you about something.
Yeah.
You know, I seen this interview with Tony Yayo on Vlad.
Yeah.
And during this interview, he brings up an interesting thing that he said. He said 50 bought Mike Tyson's mansion because Tyson was really good friends with Hamo.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on that?
Hamo was allegedly the guy that supposedly took the hit on him. And then years later, we finding out it ain't even Hamo. So like he ain't even know who shot him. He's saying Hamo shot him. The feds who be helping him say, nah, it wasn't Hamo, was another guy. So I don't know what the be going on. But yeah, that was the reason he did that though. Yeah. To buy a Tyson crib. But he couldn't maintain it. He lost money on that, so that was a bad investment.
Yeah, I seen the interview with that cop also. And that was kind of crazy for him to say.
Yeah, but I told you the feds always been helping 50, always been watching his back, so I could believe that. The feds will know, you heard? The feds will know. And you ain't see how he was defending 50 so much, a federal agent? Why he was defending him so much? These nigga friends, man. I got a peep game. A federal agent supposed to be non-biased. How you defending a rapper? A 50 Cent, supposed to be an ill gangster, this, that, but they know he was really a victim and that's how he sell records, you heard? Yeah, but once I see the feds defending him, I'm like, oh man, this definitely an agent. Shit.
It did seem pretty credible.
Yeah.
Because he said that one of the guys who was in the car cooperated.
Yeah.
And that's how they found everything out.
They said J.U. cooperated, but I doubt that. Because it had to been 50, because J.U. ain't talked to nobody.
No. They were saying one of the guys that was in the shooting car.
Oh, what?
The car that did the shooting cooperated.
Oh, what? I ain't know about that. Okay.
Yeah, that's what he was saying.
Yeah, but
I interviewed J.U. too, man. I'm one of the only one. I think me and I think just one other dude. I forget the dude's channel.
Yo, but, shout out to J.U. You know he passed away, right?
Yeah, man. I heard about that. We was talking about doing some more work too.
Rest in peace, J.U. He was an official one, you heard? I be calling him Juju sometimes. I be getting his name mixed up with my other homie, Green-Eyed Juju from Queens, because I got a childhood friend named Juju. J.U., yeah, man. Shout out to the whole 551, man. Them whole Lexington and Marcy guys, man. Because they was around before we created G-Unit, you heard? Yeah, so we was always good with 551 and shit. That was 50 outside, you heard? His Brooklyn team. Yeah.
Okay, that's where he came from. Okay.
Yeah, 551, Lexington and Marcy. Yeah.
Okay, now, also in this interview with Tony Yayo, he said that they were supposed to be down with Preem because of Chaz, but Preem chose the wrong side by choosing to side with Ja Rule.
You can't say Preem chose the wrong side. How you gonna tell a man who to pick? If he probably felt Ja Rule was more creative than 50. You can't tell a man what side to choose, bro. And he from Hollis. So he gonna go with Hollis, Irvin, them guys, you heard? You understand? So like, I find 50 was jealous from the beginning. He was jealous because everybody was trying to dead this beef. Chaz trying to dead the beef, Preem trying to dead the beef. Everybody ready to dead the beef. It's only 50 that don't want to dead the beef. Ja Rule never did nothing to 50. You dig? Was jealous, bro. Like, he was jealous. He caused all this shit on everybody and himself. He was jealous. We all could have been getting money together. Because he put Chaz in a position to pick sides now. Because if Chaz and Preem is cool, you put in the OG in a situation to pick sides now. You ain't even bringing him in no money yet. 50 wasn't getting no money at the time as an artist, so you ain't even bringing Chaz no money in at the time. Chaz got to spend his money and use his connects on him. 50 ain't had no paper back then. Even when he got signed with Columbia, the first thing he did, he bought a chain and a watch, so he ain't had no money. Chaz was holding him down, you right? You ain't notice he ain't had no car, nothing? And when he got stabbed up in the head factory, a guy named Mark was there with him. He drove him up there, a little weird nerd from the hood. Like, Mark is a soft, but he had a car. So that's why he wound up in the head factory. But he hid and hid under some tables, so he ain't even get hurt. Yeah. But the guy was jealous, man.
Okay, were you there when Ja and 50 met, or when I guess 50 went up to Ja and Ja kind of brushed him off, or, you know, were you there? What all happened?
The shit happened in the Amazora, man. He tried to get, 50 was with a guy named Troy that robbed Ja. 50 tried to give Ja dap. You know, Ja performing that night. It was at Club Amazora. This was 98. 50 tried to get a nigga dap. Ja just looked at the ain't get it no dap. 50 took that personal.
Well, Ja left 50 hanging?
Yeah, he left 50 hanging.
Eesh.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, that makes a little bit more sense to me.
So why you ain't pop on him then? Why you ain't pop on him right then and there?
That's true.
Why you ain't pop on him right then and there? All that other shit. Handle your business right there. You don't take that, then go have animosity and go write raps about it? Now you want a rap war? Nigga, you're supposed to slap his head off right there. Slap his head off. If you this big bad bully, right? Tough guy, right? Yeah. But that's what happened. Club Amazora. I was like, I spoke about that joint on your the last interview we did. Told you I threw up in my my OG car leaving Mutlow that night. I was twisted.
I don't think you put in the part about him leaving him hanging though.
Oh, word? I did it? Yeah, but he left.
I mean,
yeah.
I'm not sure. I gotta watch it again, but I think he might have left that part out.
Yeah, he left him hanging though. That's a fact. Yeah, so he took that personal there. But to me, I'm like, why he ain't just pop on him then? You could have just popped on him.
And so from there it was up.
Yeah.
Okay, now and then how long after that happens do you guys do the Murder I Don't Believe You song?
That same year. Because that happened in 98. He probably did that a few months after. Yeah, a few months after.
Okay.
Facts.
What did you guys think about Ja Rule at the time? You know, were you guys just riding with 50? Were you guys trying to get 50 to not beef with Ja Rule? Like, what was going on between you guys?
I really ain't care about the beef, but I'm going to keep it real, though, you heard? I used to like Ja Rule. I was a Ja Rule fan, you heard? Where I be without you? I only think about you. Like, me and my girl used to rock to that, man. So a lot of people was upset when we heard that shit, you heard? We like, damn, man, we gotta go to war with Ja. We like Ja, you heard? We f with Ja. But when it come to our block and on our hood, it is what it is. We got no choice but to put it in. But yeah, I used to like Ja, man. I used to like all Ja music. Everybody liked the Ja music. 50 did too. So I said he was always a hater. He was just jealous. But everybody rocked the Ja music in the hood. It's not like he wasn't with Ja or his music. The whole New York was. The only reason switched on Ja is when we came out. You know, these fans ain't loyal. Niggas ain't loyal. Yeah. Well, shout out to Ja, man. I feel bad now after all these years and getting old as a man, 45 years now, and seeing what was the real cause behind this jealousy and greed. A nigga want to be that. He don't want nobody else to eat. Like, that's all it was about. He wanted to be that. So you hated on the next man and build your career. So me being older, if I had the wisdom I had now, I wouldn't have with that. I would have left him for dead. But remember, I was young at the time. I'm 19 when we started G-Unit, so I really ain't give a. But if I had this level ahead now, I wouldn't have with that nigga. I would have left that, let him handle his own shit. Because like I said, before I started with the Fifth and banging for Fifth, my OGs told me, stay away from them. Because 50 not my OG. That's why a lot of people getting confused. 50's not my OG, nigga. You dig? My OGs is from 156, Trouble T, J-Ball, fucking Mutt Low and these, like Tito, know what I mean? Shout out all the OGs. I don't want to get into all of them, but I'll be here calling names for years, but my OGs told me, yo, stay away from that guy. I ain't listen.
What was the reason that they didn't want you around 50?
Because he a slime ball and nobody in the hood with him. He was just a breezy, slimy nigga. He was a slimy. Yeah, so they ain't really with him. Because he always had that bully mentality. Remember, the nigga on medication, but he don't be taking his medication and shit, you heard? So everybody know he a bug out, like, he really be tripping and shit. Yeah. He a little retard, nigga, a little retard on the short buses. He was one of them. Don't let all this success fool you now. He was one of those retard on the short buses, man. Facts.
Nah.
I'm not even lying. That's a fact, my nigga. Yeah.
Wow.
Let that slick talking shit fool you now.
You know, I think I seen Yayo talk about this, man. Like, celebrities pulled up to your hood. Did you ever see any celebrities or like famous dudes pull up there?
He be getting that for me. He be hearing me talk. I be seeing a whole lot of famous coming through there. We had Nas in our hood. We had Hype Williams. Hype Williams used to live in Rochdale. We had basketball players, Mark Jackson. I always see some ill come through our hood. Because remember, our block 134 is like 3 blocks in one. So our block like a Harlem block. It's just one long ass block, you heard? So we got all the seafood restaurants, the best cleaners, Chinese, soul food. So like, everybody used to pass through our hood, all the stars. Yeah. I'm from a legendary neighborhood, man. And to be one of the biggest steppers that passed through is a blessing, you heard? They never seen a like me came through that hood before, and it'll never be another me. Because of my loyalty and my respect I got for people. Like, a lot of people think I'm just crazy. Like, once you get to know me, I'm mad cool, I'm down to earth, I just like to have fun. And I'm actually quiet in real life. Most of you probably hear me talk like this as in the interview. Yeah, I'm quiet in real life. Like, once I'm around people, I really don't talk, especially if I don't know you. Yeah. I only open up to people I know and shit.
Man, I seen somewhere that 50 bought a playground at Baisley Projects.
Yeah, the nigga put flowers in Baisley Projects. That's all he did for the hood. Yeah, he put flowers in Baisley, yeah. Flowers, not a playground, he put flowers.
Okay.
Yeah, he put a garden out there.
Okay, Baisley Projects, though, that's Preem and them's projects, right?
That's Preem Hood, yeah. Yeah, that's Preem Hood.
Okay.
Those the buildings he used to hustle out of in Baisley Projects. Yeah, he had that shit on lock. Yeah.
What do you think about Lloyd Banks not working with 50 anymore?
I like Lloyd Banks, man. You know, Lloyd Banks was responsible for the In the Club hit, right? You know that was a Lloyd Banks hook, right?
No, I didn't know that.
Oh, man, Cam, man, you don't be doing your research? And that's public records. Everybody know that. That's a Banks hook. Banks ain't even get no credit or no publishing off of that. Yeah, so I found Banks was supposed to have been stepping to the side because he wasted his talent. He wasted Banks' talent. Banks was supposed to be bigger than what he is today.
Okay. How did Lloyd Banks write the hook? Did he 50 take it from something else and
Yeah,
put it on there?
50 took it. Like, it's not like he sat down and wrote it for 50. The nigga, Banks had that hook on another song. So I guess 50 working on his album. Nigga ain't know what to say. He took Banks shit. But 50 always used to take raps in the hood. He took a domination line too before. My 4/5 will lift you and bench press. He said that on one of his old mixtapes. That was my artist arm line. So he'll take your shit if he like it. A lot of rappers do that. What do you mean?
How did Lloyd Banks feel about that?
I guess he felt good at the time because that's his big homie and we was all a unit. We all was one. We thought we all gonna eat together. We ain't think, oh, it's just gonna be one thinking he God. Because at the end of the day, they think he God. He said it himself. I'm like God to you. So I don't know what world he be living in, you heard? Like what dimension he in if he think he God? So that's what it probably was. Can't really eat around him. Spoon feeding you your own money. How you getting spoon fed your own money? Who the f would want to be around a guy like that? Yayo would. You know, Yayo don't care. Yayo swinging on them balls. Nigga. That nigga like this. I ain't going nowhere. Yayo can't survive without 50 because remember a few years back, 50 had that nigga in the hood for 2 years. Nigga left him up. That Yayo was selling nickel bags of weed and shit in the hood, you heard? The nigga literally had to get back on his knees, man. Literally on his knees. He said that himself. I don't know why Buck just don't get back on his knees like I had to get back down. Like he had to get on his knees. Like these ain't men. I don't know what kind of these is. These ain't men. You got to get on your knees to be around the next man? You can't function on your own? Nah, I can't respect them guys, man. Mm-mm.
Damn.
You know, all my other interviews before, I used to big them up, but the kind of shit I see going on now, nah, I can't respect them. These got all that money, very comfortable, and you still find time to be miserable and disrespect people? Nah, my boy.
And not too long ago, 50 posted you on his Instagram.
Yeah, I was waiting for that fake news, like I'm running for my life. Where I'm at right, Cam, where I'm at right now, Cam?
Trinidad.
Right. I think I'm in UK still, running for my life, or I'm hiding from something, you heard? Like, I got ran out of Trinidad, I got chopped, shot, cut, whatever stories they make up. I just be laughing, bro. I've been in Trinidad chilling, watching all these. I just getting tired of this shit now because I find it's 2026 and they still bringing up this shit like it's happening now. Like, what are you talking about? Yeah, I seen that fake news shit and that's why I'm bombing these forever. But what if my life was in danger? What if I couldn't live in Trinidad no more? You'll make a mockery out of my life? And then the whole media, once he posted, that shit went all over the whole media outlet take that up. So niggas, that's why when I see Jordan Tower, I'm breaking his jaw. I can't catch a charge by saying this ain't a threat because it's a promise anyway. I'm breaking his jaw because he making it look like he ran me out. Oh, he's supposed to be a tough guy. He wasn't that tough after all. Nigga, I'm still in Trinidad, I catch Jordan, I'm breaking his jaw. Anywhere. My see you, they breaking your jaw, Like, you making a mockery out of me, and I'm actually in Trinidad. That's why I'm laughing at these dumb niggas, And free Shotty, because they had an article with me and Shotty, because Shotty from Non-Trey, who used to be with 6ix9ine, he a Trini. He might be getting deported. So they using me as a reference. Oh, Shotty come down here, he mightn't live, because they had gangsters like banging Smurf. They ran out of Trinidad. He couldn't survive. He in a safe house. Yo, bro, I'm in Trinidad right now as we speak, man. So y'all stop the cat. And that's why I don't respect 50 and them now. That's why I'm disrespecting their ass now. And that's why I'm bombing on their ass now, you heard? But just cause, right? If my life really was in danger and I really had to lay low in UK, y'all make a mockery out of that? So I'm just a joke. Yeah, that, kill he. So they don't care. So I don't care no more neither. I ain't sugarcoat shit for nobody no more. Yeah, and them ain't tough. Talk about that. Bunch of accident murderers and shit he got around him. They don't got no tough around him. Yeah, making it look like I'm running from something, man. I came here by myself too, my boy. Ain't no security with me, ain't no Johnny Bravo with me. Ain't no killers with me, ain't none of my with me, just me, That's how I move around Trinidad, by myself. So when I hear that kind of story, I be laughing though, it be funny to me. But I find it getting out of hand now, so I'm glad to get it clear this shit up now. I find it's getting out of hand. Cause I was letting it rock for a minute. You know, I've been quiet for like a year. I wasn't saying nothing. I've been chilling. Yes, I finally got it out of hand. So I had to clear all that up. That's how much these be capping and the media be capping. You can't believe everything you read, my nigga. But I got a lawsuit in anyway, man. I'm suing all these newspapers, all that. But I wasn't London though. I went out there the end of 2024. I ended there in December. I left, yeah, I wound up there in December, right? But if you know anything about my country, right? My country passport, we could travel to 144 European countries without no visa. Well, 143 now because UK took us off their list. But long story short, I went out there when we didn't need a visa. So what we talking about? But now they took us off because my country, what my country do though, the gangsters down there, all of them leave Trinidad to seek asylum to go over there because they on the run and they doing certain shit. So when you hear a nigga seeking asylum, niggas' life don't be in danger. Let's be leaving Trinidad to shake out. Because to keep it real, nigga, if I could have stayed in London, I would have stayed in London. Niggas don't want to be out here. Ain't no money out here for my industry-wise. Like, ain't no industry money out here like, you there? The first world country, America, London, Europe, that's where the money at, nigga. This shit. But anytime I try to succeed in life, they go to hate. Like, want to see me suffer, Cam. They want to see a real up, you heard? They don't want to see me elevate in life, you heard? Because they find I'm living, man, that my name always in something, I'm active, my respect on high, and that's what I hate the most about me, the love and respect I get. Because a lot of dudes be wanting this love and respect, and they got to do all kind of shit to try to get this love and respect, and my shit just come naturally because I am who I am. So they hate me just for that.
I hear that.
Yeah.
I hear that, man. Well, you know, there was also that big viral moment with Tony Yayo and Ja Rule on the plane.
Yeah.
What did you think about that?
Me, when I first seen the joint, right? They put out their own clip first, right? They put out a clip that made it look like they ran Ja off the plane. And this is why I lost respect for Uncle Murder. Because I did have a little respect for Uncle Murder, but after that day, he got embalmed too. You. When they seen Jimmy Henchman's son, what they did to Jimmy Henchman's son, Cam? They slapped the 15-year-old, right? Yayo and his man, right? They slapped the 15-year-old, right? I'm trying to show you how pussy these niggas is. And these know who to with and who not to with, right? When they seen Jimmy Henchman's son, they slapped the little 15-year-old. When they seen Ja Rule, they pulled their phone out. Why they ain't keep the same energy? Why they ain't slap Ja? Oh, I didn't want to catch a charge because I was on the plane. And these are supposed to be gangsters? That these idolize gangsters? The name is Uncle Murder. But you telling me you scared to catch a charge on the plane and you see your number one op? Man, we would have bended Ja Rule up or any other op if that was us. Yeah, we bending that up. And if we didn't do it on the plane, we wouldn't have made no scene. I would have went to sleep. Tell my homie, yo, Murder, don't say nothing, go to sleep. And when we get off the plane, oh, we job, because we gotta land the same spot. So it's two options, two things I would have did. I had two options. Either we beat his ass on the plane, or we wait till the plane land, then roll his ass up. They didn't either, because they not like that. They wanted a viral moment, but it backfired on them, because they ain't know somebody else was recording in the background. And TMZ got that footage and dropped it the next day. And they got exposed. Ja Rule held it down. He did what he's supposed to do. What he's supposed to do? Sit down there and take disrespect? Because we on the plane? Nah, nigga, let's shake them. Why they ain't shake? The nigga threw a pillow and Tony Yayo knocked his hat off his head, nigga. But Yayo used to get slapped and his hat knocked off his head anyway. Niggas is soft, man. Yeah, in the hood, Yayo soft, Cam. Don't let these fool you. Soft, no stripes in the hood. None. No stripes in the hood. None.
Damn.
No, I told you they be around accident murderers and shit, right? That kill themselves and say, sorry, I didn't mean it. Like, I'm not with these G-Unit. I'm exposing all them niggas. Well, killers. Rest in peace, Rude Boy.
Can you explain what you meant when you said the Get Rich and Die Trying album was about you and your homies?
Yeah, everything he spoke about, that was about the work we putting in. That's why the energy was so serious on the album. That's why the frequency was so high. We was really on that. We was really mashing, we was really all that. All that. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'll give you an example. If it's beef, cock it and dump it, the drama was none to me. I ride by and blow your brains out. That shit I'm doing, bro. The DA could play this tape in court, I'd kill you, bro. That was my attitude, bro. You don't know when homicide locked me up or anybody and suck my dick and go to sleep, bro. Like, we on that, on all that time. That's why I was really on it like that. Like, we was on it. I'm like Paulie and Goodfellas. You could call me the Don. I used to call him Uncle Paulie. I was into all the mafia movies and shit like that. I was the first calling him Fifth. Now I see the whole world calling him Fifth. Yo, Fifth. Like, that's their best friend or son. Like, they know him like that. Yeah, man. Man. Everybody enjoy life. I'm thankful. I'm great. I got 2 beautiful sons and they healthy. And they love me. Not everybody could say that.
The fans are gonna be surprised to hear you say all this.
Yeah. I know that. That's their man problem. He should have left me alone. First of all, don't spread false news, right? And then you trying to make a mockery out of something that ain't even real, man. So what we talking about? I'm supposed to respect them still? And I'm still the same dude in the interviews. We're still trying to give these dudes they play, give them they little respect. I still left room for niggas to reach out to me, but nah, can't play with me like that. Hell fucking no, Cam, man. I'm a real at the end of the day. You don't play with real like that with lies too at the end of the day. And you try to make it look like my own country turned against me? That don't even add up or make sense. Chaos in Trinidad. You don't be seeing the headlines? Chaos in Trinidad. 50 Cent top shooter took out top goon banging Smurf in Trinidad. Like, yo, these just be making up some ill-ass stories, bro. This the latest one, though. This the one that came out recently again now.
So what was the other? There was a story that you got killed in Trinidad?
I got killed, chopped up. I couldn't survive. I went to the UK, seek asylum. You know the stories. All kind of shit. Where I'm at though, Camp?
Trinidad.
Okay. So what they talking about, Camp? These telling me I'm still in UK. I'm on the police watch. You know, all kind of shit. Like, yo, this internet shit is crazy, son. Yo, this internet shit is crazy, bro. Yeah, I'm on police watch. Look at all the police around me, man. My escort. Ain't no fucking police here, man. Just me and my 2 camera friends.
The internet is a wild place.
Yeah, the internet is crazy,
sure.
but you know what's more crazier? A lot of stupid be believing this shit, bro. Like, really believe everything they see on the internet. Like, they don't even got the sense of the brain to do the research or fact check. They just believe anything. But when you tell them the truth, oh God, they don't want to believe the truth. But you tell them a lie, they running with it. They believe that. But you tell them the truth, oh my, hell no, no way. But yeah, they love the lies and hate the truth though. That's just human beings for you.
Facts.
They soak up the lies, but as soon as you tell them the truth, no, it can't be. That's my superhero. Superheroes are fraud, man. Let me tell you why 50's a fraud though, right? I gotta get this out the way, right? When 50 first came out, right? What was his, let me see if you're a real 50 Cent fan. This for my real 50 Cent fans, right? When he first came back from getting shot up, what was his first track he released?
Damn. You know what? I mean, I wasn't tuned into 50 at the time, but I want to say it was definitely on the Guess Who's Back album.
Yeah, but he had 2.
I forget which song. I remember hearing about it.
NYPD.
Oh wait, was it?
Listen though.
Was it that one?
NYPD.
I thought it was the.
Fuck You. It was 2 of them. It was Fuck You.
Yes, that one.
They both came out together. It was Fuck You and NYPD, LAPD. When that song, That's Who You Get, huh? What he did when he got on? This nigga had 30 police officers with him, bro. This went and paid the NYPD, LAPD. This is what I'm telling you. These are his songs. I'm just trying to show you how he fooled y'all. When that song, That's Who You Get, huh? And as soon as he signed his deal with M, who he went and got when it was on? He got rid of some real and hired the police. Y'all got short-term memory? Remember, he was paying police and security $30,000 a week. So you rather feed the fucking police than your or the hood? And these y'all superhero though. This y'all superhero. That fed the government his whole career, nigga. And got real like me starving, who stood up for him. You heard? You heard? Or want to play with real like me and make a mockery out of me, but you paid the government money your whole career. You ain't hear when Whack 100 say, when I ran up on him, he had Navy SEALs with him. These the kind of he get, real agents. Not no regular off-duty police, he got agents, his friends. So think about it like this, right? He paid police, yeah, you can Google all that too, Google that shit.
Now, I seen you told this story before, but I don't think you've ever like told it on any platforms before, but I guess you got the drop on 50 Cent one time?
We thought we did.
Right.
We thought we did. Until we got in there. Back then it was it wasn't SLS. It was La Meridian, La Moran or some shit. It's SLS now on La Cienega. Right by the Beverly Center. We thought we did. Somebody called us, told he was up there. I got up there. We came in.
How deep were you?
About 15.
15 people.
Yeah, we wasn't that deep. We got up there, we came in and shit. That nigga had Navy SEALs with him. 2 in all directions. Probably about 6 of them. Walkies in their ear, vested. Gun strapped to their thigh. Bullies on them, semis on them. Magazine cartridges. I said, yeah. He ain't slipping.
Today's not the day.
Nah. 50 moved different. He moved different.
And did 50
I'm glad
see
that
you?
didn't happen. No, he see me. But he didn't know that's what we was on. We never approached him. I'm glad it never happened. Things worked out.
He paid police
I'm the one that interviewed Whack about that situation.
Yeah, so he paid police all that money his career, right? You think the Fed's gonna make something happen to him? So now if he get in any situation, they gonna make sure he good. Don't it make sense? I'm just trying to break shit down for these slow online. I thinking this some top killer and he really got federal agents protecting him. Let's talk about it. If I ain't talking sense, somebody tell me.
Man, that's yeah.
Yeah.
Man, that's
that nigga had more police than Obama, more security than Obama. Even when he came to my block, he came with police. Him, Buck, and Banks jumped out on my block when me and Dama was doing a video shoot when I was still in the town. We ran them up out of there though. Get the up out of here, nigga. We ain't jacking that.
Take me through it. What happened?
Now, that was at the time, I had to deal with Koch Entertainment, and I'm working on my artist domination. This is the time I got the Silverback Gorilla movement and shit, so we popping, we doing our thing. So we live in our hood, 134. Same community, 50 from, same community I'm from, same block I grew up in, right? And he grew up in, right? I'm putting my work in. So I guess, the funny shit, it was Super Bowl weekend in Phoenix, you heard? He all the way in Phoenix. I guess he got a call like, yo, bang him on the block, doing a video, the whole hood out here. You ain't looking good. And we getting at him in the song, you heard? So he wound up pulling up and shit. My homie was like, yo, I think I seen 50 pull through. So I grabbed my gun, I got hyped and shit. So I ran outside like the whole hood out there, I swear to God. The whole hood. You could pull this video up too, Bang 'em Swift and Domination, you'll lose. Shout out to Fred Joe, everybody. So the whole hood out there. Then I see 50 bent in the corner, like 2 Suburbans and shit pulled up, you heard? So like him and Banks and one, and police with them and the police in the back of their shit. They all jumped out, long story short. So I'm like, yo, bro, how the you gonna come through here with police? You think you the president, my nigga. So he just bombing on the, I'm arguing. He like, yo, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? I'm like, nigga, what the is wrong with you? Remember, this is the first time I seen him since he kicked me off the tour and since I've been out of jail. So we never seen face to face. So I'm like, you left me in jail after all this time. Now you want to come back to the block because you see I got a little motion. I got my own motion going on. But long story short, we ran them up out of there, told them, get the fuck up out of there. Somebody threw a bottle. The police was telling them, yo, let's go. They couldn't have did nothing. What they gonna do? Police gonna brawl with all of us? Yeah, with police. Nigga always with police, nigga. I can't respect that nigga. Nigga talk all this gangster tough guy shit. You hide the police. I ain't mad.
Damn.
I'm not mad at nobody with security. But if you talking that murder one shit, that killer shit, and you bullying everybody, man, come on, son. Come on. What kind of games you playing? You trying to get indicted then? Told you, these got an agenda to do. He done got some notorious off the street. Preem, Jimmy Henchman, bang him. I'm deported too. Any nigga he had an issue with gone, not around. I seen 50 hugged up with the head of immigration. There's pictures of that. Yeah, they could find everything online. Go find that picture. Hugged up with the head of immigration. Around the same time I'm getting deported to come home. That's a coincidence? There's mad shit I could talk about and expose these. Is that a coincidence? I wouldn't know.
Damn.
Young Buck even told me
crazy.
this. This is out of Young Buck mouth. And this is why I kind of ain't like 50 and them in the beginning too. They celebrated when I got deported, when they found out I wasn't coming home. Niggas threw a party, nigga.
What?
Yeah. Remember, I was a threat to them. I was on them ass, man. Like literally, me and my ain't want no problem with.
Party?
Yeah. A real gone. That's what suckers do, though. That's what suckers do. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay, I seen you touch on this, and I wanted to ask you about it, man. I guess there was a situation with Pistol Pete and Tony Yayo.
Yeah. Remember the time when they was beefing and shit? Everybody know this shit. Like, you know, I'll be finding out everything. Everybody, I know everything. I'll be sending my little bird out there. The bird come back, tell me everything. But the time they was beefing with Fat Joe, yeah, Pistol P ran down on Tony Yayo. He had to run inside the mall or the jeweler. I had to close the door. Tell niggas close the door. Please, they gonna kill me. Come on, Pistol, we wanna hear that story, man. We don't wanna hear y'all friends now. We wanna hear the story. So he ran down on was gonna do Yayo dirty. So Yayo had to go lock himself in one of them stores and shit, you heard? Tony Yayo. But you should expect that guy, you should expect that from Tony Yayo. Remember, he checked in the PC, so you gotta expect shit from guys like that. Remember when he went to the feds, he signed in the PC, nigga.
Okay, I was gonna, okay,
Yeah.
one second. Let me get to this.
Well, I'm moving
thing.
too fast,
You know,
sorry. Yeah, because they got me upset, bro. I'm telling you, don't make a mockery out of me. Don't play with me. You're playing with the wrong
Yayo
nigga.
has said in a few interviews that Terror Squad was their most serious beef.
Yeah, that's why 50 deaded it, because he was running down on them. I just told you. He was running, them Terror Squad was running down on G-Unit. Them G-Unit niggas ain't like that.
Do you know how Yayo made it out of that situation?
I don't know. I guess he called the police, nigga. The nigga locked himself in one of the stores. So, you know, somebody gonna call the police. You stopping their money. You causing a commotion, nigga. Call the police. Nigga probably called the police to get up out that motherfucker. Or he probably hit 50 and 50 hit one of his police bedrooms on speed dial. You know, they be having them on speed dial and shit. So he probably sent somebody over there to save Yayo.
Now, you mentioned Tony Yayo going to PC. I remember, you know, I seen you talk about this a little bit, but there were, I guess Preem and Yayo were in the same prison?
Yeah. Yeah. So they know, you know, Yayo is a pussy. He can't live in the same jail as Preem. So he checked in the PC off the rip. I can never respect these. I had to go through it harsh, man. Every jail I went through, ops, war, OGs. I'm on front line. I'm in population. Look at me. I'm a little skinny. Look at me, look at my size. But it's about heart, you heard? These don't got no heart, you heard? Yayo and PC, who the checks in the PC, man? Because you're op in the building. You supposed to be a tough guy. These are niggas y'all think is tough. Yeah, he checked in the PC. And this is what I don't respect too about Pistol Pete. He be letting a lot of come on his show and say anything without checking them. You don't just go into SHU coming into jail. There's no way that happened. The only way you going into SHU, if you ag said, that means you a terror. The administration is trying to find son, you can't find none, they put you in ag said, you in SHU. You stab son, you cut son, you catch a dirty urine, you in SHU. Long story short, you catch a tier 3 ticket, you in SHU. All right?
Okay, for the people who don't know, you know, because we're from Cali, you know, the jail
Special
systems are
housing
different out
unit.
here.
That's the box, that's the hole. Special housing unit. We call that the SHU, you heard? That's SHU, that's New York lingo, New York term. Like how y'all say Maine and y'all say frontline, we say population. We walk the yard, we spin any yard, any jail, you heard? Not Yayo, he signed in the PC. But long story short, and this is how you end up in SHU. And then you got in PC, like PC, you sign in, I can't live in this jail. Protective custody. Then you got involuntary protective custody. That's IPC. That's the who don't want to go to PC, but they wind up getting cut or injured in war or something, but they refuse PC. So you'll go to involve, but they all in SHU. So PC be in SHU too. He just try to make it look good. Yeah, you know, they put me in SHU. You was in PC, nigga. And y'all be jacking these? Nah, man, these y'all role model, man. And a lot of gangsters be like, yo, man, these is my not knowing these softer than a baby's ass, man. Cam Capone, tell them don't forget the new merch too, man. No emotion, only motion, man. Y'all hit me in my
Check
DM
out
on
the
Instagram
merch.
for that. Facts.
You got a website or something or anything you're selling it on?
Nah, but they can hit me in my DM. I do all my mail outs myself.
Okay, hit the DM, get that. I like that, man. I like
Yeah,
that too.
no emotion,
I f with it.
only motion, man. That's what we on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I had to pop back out, man. I found out I was quiet for like a year, man, watching these on this internet shit, fool, disrespect, lie on. It is?
Now I interviewed Black Child
Yeah.
not too long ago, and he spoke pretty highly of you. You know, he pretty much said that you kept 50 alive.
You know what I mean? 50 gave a statement, Tony Yayo gave a statement, and yeah, I seen Smurf. Did you interview Smurf?
Yeah.
Smurf kept 50 alive. 50 should stop playing and send Smurf his money. Smurf was keeping 50 alive early in the war in the neighborhood when Smurf was talking about forming G-Unit and them street niggas. Smurf was right. He kept niggas off 50 ass at the time. 50 did him dirty. You know what I mean? Another black man he did dirty. This man protected you.
Yeah, everybody know that. But shout out to Black Child too though, man. Like I said, I respected that Murder Inc. When I seen Cadillac Ty pulled up on my block and checked 50 by itself, nigga. With a bunch of on the block. So I always looked at Murder Inc. different, like, yo, these are some real. I never looked at them like they soft, you heard? Me, I just get busy, so I'm a banger. But I already knew they was gonna be a problem. Like, them is not soft. Them got a reputation, bro. Like, cause might think Ja Rule soft, that's their opinion. Might think Irv soft, that's their opinion. But they got gangsters around them that'll do whatever for them, bro. Just like 50 had. 50 ain't no different than Irv and Ja. Why I said he ain't no different than Irv and Ja? Cause 50 not no really gangster when you think about it, cause he don't do no gangster shit. He a bully. So he ain't no different than them. He calling them soft. What 50 did to make him tough? Sell drugs? The whole Queen sell drugs. Everybody sell drugs. You don't have to sell drugs. You don't gotta be a gangster to sell drugs in New York City. The softest of the soft niggas sell drugs. So what he did that was really ill. What? Being a victim his whole life? And he really did get shot 5 times too. That's a fact. We want to see his medical records. He did.
Yeah, when I interviewed J.U., he said that he thought 50 only got shot 5 times.
He did. 50's just a big capper. But let me go back to Black Child though. Shout out to Black Child, man. Shout out to Black Child. Black Child is a real.
Do you remember where you were when 50 Cent got shot?
I was on the block, bro. I was on 134. I'm always on 134. Like me, I'm always on 134 24/7, man. I sleep on the benches. I was that kind of hustler. I sell heroin at that time. At that time, I'm selling heroin. 2000 and shit, yo. Yeah. But I was on the block and shit. We heard them shots.
And how did you find out that he got shot?
When the whole hood started going crazy, like, yo, that was Boo Boo who just got shot. That was Boo Boo who just got shot. Yeah.
Damn. Okay. You headed right down to the hospital?
Nah, I ain't go to the hospital. Me and Rude Boy went to Woodall. Black childhood.
Okay.
Yeah.
In his song, he talks about a guy named Slim, which everybody says
That's Chaz.
is Chaz.
That's Chaz. That's his manager. Slim switch side niggas. Let niggas ride on me. Thought we was cool. Why you want me to die, homie? There's nothing Chaz could have did. Chaz tell you, let's go to the meeting, go to the meeting. You ducking all the meetings. How he let switch sides on you if you ducking all the meetings? He don't want to come to no meetings. That's why I said 50 is the problem for this. He was the jealous one. Preem want you in the meeting. Chaz want you in the meeting. Because remember, Chaz and Preem is good. They the OGs. OGs just want to see get money. These did hella years in jail. Chaz and Preem, they coming home, they want to see get money. Oh shit, this rap shit popping right now. There's money in it. You got from over there, we got from over there. Everybody could have came together and got money together. Oh no, not 50. Oh no, everybody. Him, and then get mad and say switch sides on him. The you want niggas to do? Part of me screaming. Because it's real now. It's because of this Queens is divided. Even the OGs started to get friction because of this. What the you want niggas to do? Who the is you? You ain't bigger than the program. It's the streets, nigga. Everybody want that beef deaded. Not 50, he jealous of Ja. He find Ja shouldn't be in position. Why? There's enough money for everybody. You did? But he was jealous, bro. I told you, as I got older, me being a 45-year-old now, looking back on the situation, yeah, the niggas was a jealous ass. Poor Ja Rule. That's why I said I feel sorry for Ja, because the kind of shit we was doing to them niggas, I feel bad. Yo, Ja Rule, I salute, man. I respect y'all. You heard? Tell you, man. Pardon me for everything. I'll be to apologize. I was with a lame, I was with a official wankster. Hope y'all forgive me. Yeah, because I'm at peace in life, you heard? Yeah. Yeah. Shout out to everybody.
Damn, okay.
Yeah, gotta keep it real, man. I'm 45. So God forbid I do die before time at least. I know I let certain shit off my chest that I really did feel bad, because when you look back at the situation, like, yo, these really ain't do nothing, you heard? We caused everything on ourselves, you heard? Remember, I'm a grown man now. I deal with wisdom. I deal with fairness, you heard? What's right and what's wrong, you dig? Yeah, poor Murder Inc., man. But it is what it is, man. You dig?
Okay, I wanted to take things back a little bit, man. You know, at one point, you got locked up.
Yeah.
Can you take me through what happened? Like, how did you end up catching your case?
Oh, man. I'm on the block selling domination CDs. You know me, being a good Samaritan. Selling my domination CDs, minding my business. I'm always minding my business, you heard? But long story short, a dude got robbed from my hood, you heard? But my homie robbed him, but I actually knew both parties, you heard? So the who got robbed, the guy who he hustling for comes to the block. I'm the only homie outside, he seen me. And I knew the guy. Me and him used to go to Jamaica High School together. Me and the guy was good too. Long story short, he tell me like, yo, such and such just robbed my, I don't want to say their name, robbed such and such for some weed and some money, you heard? So I'm like, damn, man, I might be able to get the weed back, but I'm doubting if I could get the money back. Once a rob you, he ain't giving no money back. I might be able to get the drugs back. But as I'm talking to the kid, the dude who robbed the working for him, and the dude I got deported for, my Cody, they both come walking across the street together, you heard? and they gripping. I could tell they gripping by the way they walking, you heard? So as they walk across the street and shit, the who get robbed coming up the block now. So in my head, I'm like, yo, what the going on here? Ain't no way we gonna be able to work this shit out now, because everybody coming up who involved now. So boom, my Cody and the who robbed walks up. So the dude who got robbed and he worked for right there, the who got robbed just pops off on the who robbed him. You're hit him with a 5-piece. Bing, 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 bing. This, I just told you, I could tell they had guns on. I could tell by the way they walking. So who robbed the nigga, remember the who got robbed, stalled on the nigga who robbed him. So now this Dizzy, he got a gun on him. He pulls out the gun. He started banging on the floor. Pow, pow, pow. They just started shooting at everybody. They're shooting. Long story short, everybody scattered, whatever. Me, I don't got nothing to do with nothing, you heard? I was just selling Domination CDs. So I go back on the block after the shots. I'm selling my Domination CDs, you heard? The nigga Worms come back up the block. My co-defendant right next to me now. The Worm calls my co-defendant goes to him and he knocks the nigga out. You're right in front of me, man. Like literally right in front of me. So I started chasing this. I ain't have my gun on me. I had my bang and my razor on me. So I started chasing this with my razor. I'm like, yo, Word, man, what the how you gonna do that, bro? You know what I mean? I was like, you gotta have your gun on you. Then he pulled his shirt up. He had a little Dillinger in his pocket. I was like, that's a one shot. I'm still chasing him with that. I ain't studying that. But as I got to the car, he jumped in the Jeep. His cousin backed out of ham on me. So I was like, yo, you know, you gotta bust that thing, right? And jet off. So I went wake up my Cody. He's still on the floor. So I'm waking this nigga up like, yo, we gotta go put some work in, nigga. Like, long story short, we knew where Worm lived. Yeah, we caught them in front of the crib and we were just banging and shit. And then me and my Cody got caught in the getaway. A little chase, jump out through the guns, running through backyards and shit. But long story short, we got caught. So I went to jail for that. I did 3.5 years for that. Yeah, I got charged with criminal possession of a weapon in the 2nd degree. That means my firearm was discharged. Yeah.
Okay, and how is prison when you get to prison? Were you locked up with anybody who's famous so that we would know?
No. What famous? Only famous legendary gangsters. Not like no rapper or nothing. I was the only famous nigga in the jail when I was in there. Yeah, remember at that time I'm in the Source magazine. I'm in the August issue. That's the one with Nas on the front cover. We talking about 2004. Me and Domination was in the microphone check section. I used to have all kind of interviewing me live from jail in Sing Sing. I had DVDs front cover in stores selling while I'm in jail, like live Sing Sing interviews. Like camera crew always used to come check me in jail and shit. And then when I went to Shawangunk and shit, that's the next jail. That's, you know, we got the TVs and everything. We watching BET. That's when they had the Beef series playing. So I'm on TV in jail, the COs and the inmates watching me. I'm right there with them normal, chilling, you heard? So even in jail, I was that all kind of media, all kind of motion, you heard? But when I first went to jail, I wound up in Ulster. Because before you go to your jail, you gotta go like a intake facility to see what jail you gonna go to. So like if you medium status, you gonna go to Ulster. If you maximum status, you gonna go to downstate. So for my charge, I was supposed to be medium classification, but I was still fighting a body that was on my record that I beat. Yeah, I beat the body, but they kept it on my record. So my classification was so high, they labeled me max A status. So they sent me to downstate, and then I wound up in Sing Sing, you heard? But Sing Sing was cool. Sing Sing was cool. Legendary jail. Al Capone and them been in there. Yeah, that shit was cool. To keep it real, I had fun in jail. Kids, don't listen to me. I just like the wild side, but I had fun in jail. Like, I like that kind of experience. I like shit testing my character. So I like that shit. But I had fun in jail. Big blunts of backwoods in the yard.
Okay, now what happened when you was trying to bail out? You was having trouble getting the money from 50?
Yeah, that was before I even got sentenced to one in jail. That was before the beef escalated, you heard? Because remember, when he kicked me off from tour, I was in the hood for 4 months besides that. No beef, no disrespect, no nothing. When he kicked me off a tour, I went back home to try to impress him. So I was like, yo, I'm gonna work on my artist domination. That's how we started doing the music. And I did the Silverback Gorilla shit. So I'm working on my artist now to try to impress this, to show this I ain't really crazy. I do got a business mind, you right? But long story short, like I said, in that 4 months, I wound up catching the case. Like I told you, I was selling domination CDs on the block. How else I was supposed to get money? Them left me and they sent me back home with nothing. Kicked me off a tour with no money, no nothing. Ain't even give me my own money. But fuss, I'm a hustler. I know how to figure it out. I pressed up all the CDs, everything. Me and my homies came together. We started our movement. We all started helping each other out, funding the program, and domination popping. But long story short, I caught that case. They ain't sent me my bail money after I caught that case. And I already had 1.3 million in my name. Like, that's what we gross from the company. So I'm calling for my money. So they ain't send me my money. My mom's had to put the crib up. So that's why I came home so heated. Like, y'all left me in jail for dead and I had my own money. It's not like I'm calling 50 for his money. I'm calling for Daniel Khalif's money. You know, that's my name, Daniel Khalif. That's my business partner. He the only one that got access to my money. That's the only one that could get my money. So that's why I felt so hurt when I came home from jail and I told him, take it in blood. I don't want it.
Okay, now you get out, and I believe you called Lloyd Banks, or you
Yeah,
got a hold of Lloyd Banks?
Yeah, I spoke to Banks first, yeah. And I was like, yo, I just want to know why niggas ain't come get me. And he was like, yo, you know, 50 said don't send nothing. And I said, oh, word, I see you, I'ma rob you. And then I get the call from 50, you heard? He called me tripping and shit. I made you that. You know what I mean? So I'm on the phone crying and shit like, word, y'all hurt my heart. And you telling me you made me? How the f you made me? Your name ain't Tony Harewood or Catherine Khalees. So how you made me, nigga? So I told him, man, I see I'm killing y'all and hang the phone up, man. You know, and it was on from there.
All right, I wanted to ask you about, were you around 50 when the game beef started, or were you already separated from him?
Nah, we were separated already. Remember, I was beefing with Game 2 when he was on G-Unit. I was bombing all them. But we were separated already. Yeah.
Okay, and yeah, okay, I remember that. I remember, that's right, I remember Game was doing a radio interview.
Yeah, and Domination called up, yeah. Hot 97, yeah. Domination called up, yeah.
And they ended up
you know
into
your
it
thing.
on the radio.
That one was a legendary one, yeah, definitely. They had a big back and forth on Hot 97, yeah. Live on the air. Yeah.
Okay, right, okay. Were you around when Game was part of G-Unit, or Game wasn't in the picture at all?
Nah, Game wasn't in the picture yet, but I was around Game for the In the Club video. That was the first time I actually met Game. Yeah, he was in the Club video too. He was wearing all brown and shit. Yeah, so
Okay.
the first time I met him was in the Club video.
But he wasn't G-Unit yet at the time.
Nah, he was signed to Aftermath. He was Dr. Dre artist at the time. So that's how they introduced him, like, yo, this Game, this Dr. Dre artist. So we embraced Game.
What did you think when 50 and Game started to go at it?
I liked that shit because I was beefing with 50 at the time too. So I like to see friction in the camp. So I was happy for that. Like, yeah, first friction started. I left, now Game beefing with you, yeah. Yeah, I liked that shit because you can't diss a real and think your circle ain't gonna fall. You're gonna crumble, bro. Everything gonna fall apart. That's how the universe works too. But then you still got the devil that'll still make sure you get the riches. A lot of these people blessings don't be from God. A lot of these blessings be from the devil. Don't forget that. There's a spiritual world we living in. Everything is a balance. You got good, you got evil, right? So a lot of these blessings be from the devil. So just because you see it shining, don't think it's godly. Yeah. But I like seeing them crumble. I liked that when he was crumbling. I got to witness all that shit. The whole G-Unit fell apart. Then Rick Ross' baby mother sued him, won that lawsuit for $8 million. I liked it, all that shit. That's why he tried to file for bankruptcy and shit. I liked it, all that shit. That's how karma worked. You ain't see Ross spanked him in that war? He made Ross famous.
Him and Ross.
He made Ross famous made Ross rich. Same thing he did at Ja. Ross did to him to get his money. That's how the universe works.
I seen you say somewhere that 50 Cent paid Game $1 million to stop saying G-Unit?
Yeah, he paid him $1 million for that. Facts. That's how much of a sucker he is. Because he was tarnishing that brand. Game was really tarnishing that brand. The nigga Game had a big billboard in Queens, his hood, Jamaica Avenue, a G-Unit, you heard? In Queens. Yeah, bro. In Jamaica, Queens, on Jamaica Ave, bro, a big G-Unit sign. Like, Game was violating that nigga. Yeah.
Wow,
So I liked that shit because remember, he just shitted. Remember, I liked that shit because he just shitted on me. He left me for dead. Now look how the universe worked. God strikes again. Now he fell out with Game. Now Game on his ass. Yeah, he kissed Game, made up, gave him $1 million so he stopped tarnishing his brand. I don't know if he gave it to him personally. I don't know if the company or the label or whoever gave it to him. Because remember, they were signed to the same label, Interscope, all that. So they gave him gave $1 million to cool out. Yeah. He got a kiss and $1 million because 50 kissed that nigga on his cheek. Whole shit.
Damn, $1 million is crazy to stop saying something.
Yeah, these niggas don't be tough, man. But Game was really tarnishing that brand. That G-Unit shit was serious. That G-Unit.
Yeah, they didn't really respond. I mean, 50 only had like one little song.
Nah, they had a whole mixtape getting that Game.
Did they?
Yeah, they had a whole mixtape getting that Game.
I mean, they had covers. You know, I remember the cover where they had him
and shit,
in the stripper suit.
Yeah.
You know, I remember the little things, but I mean, Game was like 300 bars.
Yeah, but Game is a beast. You got to remember, Game got bars though. That's one thing nobody could take from Game. The boy could rap. And that will drop 1,000 bars on you if he don't like you. You heard? Game don't give a f. The will drop 1,000 bars on you. You heard? That's why I like Game, man. The nigga got bars though. You heard? 50 don't really got bars. 50 ain't no lyricist. Remember, he's a hustler. He turned music into his hustle. Like Game, Banks, Yayo, all these other guys, Buck. That was their passion. That's their talent. That was their gift to rap. 50 turned that into money. That's why he's not a lyricist. The best music he had was, he already used it all up because he had to force himself to make that shit. So he already used all his best music up.
What were people saying when they seen that billboard, bro? Right in the middle of your hood, bro. That's
yeah,
crazy.
Bro, like, just shook their head because remember at the time, I'm beefing with the time too. So like, and my hood was with me, like Queens was with me. And then when we seen that, we just shook in the head like, yeah, boy going down. That's all. He going down there. Yeah.
Damn. And then Young Buck and 50 fall out.
Yeah.
So, you know, what were your thoughts on that? Because you said you and Buck had a real good relationship.
Yeah. So when I seen that, I'm like, I couldn't believe that one though, Buck, because 50 really liked it, Buck. He really liked the Buck and really respected Buck. So I didn't see that one coming, him and Buck falling out. Because remember, like I told you, when 50 first met Buck was through Juvenile. He fell in love with him so much hearing his music and his material and seeing how he stepped. He let him know like, yo, bro, when I get on, I'm coming back to get you. That's how much he liked the nigga. So when I seen them beefed out, that my head up. I thought I was fake at first, to keep it real. Because I know they like to pull publicity stunts and to sell album and shit. So the Buck one, I ain't believe at first till I seen Buck started doing 50 diss records. So that's when I was like, nah, this one real. But I ain't believe it at first, you heard? But I liked that shit too. That all y'all kill each other. Yeah, nigga, y'all left me for that. That. You thought you was better than me? You thought you was better than me? Laugh at all them. Yeah. Yeah.
And they still haven't, they linked up for a year or so and then they fell out
Fall
again.
back out again, yeah.
You know, I think Buck filed for bankruptcy, but I think he just barely got everything. Like, he barely got everything settled with 50, so he's finally, you know, separated from him at this point.
Yeah, but you know when people file for bankruptcy, them don't be broke, right? That Chapter 11 and shit, right? That's just the once you got an LLC. You know, I know the business. That's just to save your ass, so you don't have to spend all that money, or you could try to get your least payment possible. So that's why dudes file for bankruptcy when they got an LLC. Be capping. Niggas be trying to save their money. Like when I see people laughing at 50 when they thought 50 was broke. 50 can't go broke, bro. That nigga money up. So when I be seeing people laughing at when cause you gotta do that to save your ass. He's a cheap. You think he paying somebody $8 million, your ops, baby moms, $8 million? You gonna try to do anything to get around that, not to pay that. Look at Game. Game still ain't trying to pay Shorty her money. Gang got to pay like $8 million too. I don't even think Gang got all that money. He might have that in his bank account, but I don't think he got that to give away to a motherfucker on a lawsuit. He still ain't paid that bitch.
I've seen that. He's been.
He's not paying it. He said that bitch ain't got no money. He gonna do whatever he gotta do. That nigga gave him a real. I don't know how he getting around the law like that, but he a real for that one.
Yeah, from what I've seen, like a lot of his stuff just isn't in his name anymore.
Yeah.
Like I think his house and like a lot of his albums, his royalties and stuff.
You gotta put
like
it
that.
in your kid's name and shit or your mom's. I see he got some shit in Whack 100 name, but you can't trust no Whack 100 if I was gay. You better switch that around. Yeah. You gotta put it in your mom's or kid's name or something.
I wanted to ask you, did you know Maserati Fox?
Nah, I ain't no Maserati. I know who he is though, but we don't know each other personally.
Okay.
Maserati Fox was my homie co-defendant. Shout out to Allende. That's the dude who made Fox famous, because everybody know Fox from the Baisley Project murderer, Baisley Project's murder and shooting, you heard? But that was actually Allende, and he did the time for that, you heard? So shout out to my dog Allende. He just came home from doing 20 years for that. But I heard of Fox. I knew of Fox. Fox, he a blood nigga. He went to jail, turned blood and shit. All these go to jail, turn blood. You heard? A lot of go to jail, turn blood because they can't live in jail, you heard? So they turn blood. Yeah, he went to jail, turned blood. You know what I mean? You know, came home and rocking with 50. But you see why I ain't respect about Maserati Fox and a lot of people ain't talking about? When he was in the town, he was running behind Murder Inc. See, I be knowing my shit and a lot of be forgetting. When Fox was home, he was running behind Murder Inc. He was good with them, you heard? And he was running behind Stack Bundles in them too. You could see him in Stack videos and shit. So he was always a crew hopper, you heard? And then when he come home, I see the with G-Unit. So I was confused. Cause I'm like, yo, this good with Murder Inc. How the he G-Unit? So that confused me though. Yeah. But yeah, he did something with 50. I think he ran up some money on some cars on 50 account and shit without 50 knowing and shit. Yeah. You know, Fox
He ran up some cars?
Yeah, like
what do you mean?
He bought cars on the
cars?
company or some shit, like Lamborghinis, all kind of shit, you heard? On the company name and shit, you heard? Yeah, without 50 knowing and shit. So I think that's how him and 50 fell out and shit, yeah.
Damn, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they killed him though. They killed him on my birthday.
Damn.
Yeah, in Queens.
He was from Queens too, right?
Yeah. He from Merrick.
Sorry, what'd you say?
Said he's from Merrick Boulevard in Queens.
Okay, I don't know. Is that close to your hood?
Yeah, that's on the other side, yeah. Close enough.
What famous rappers or like who did you all meet when you were around 50?
Everybody, bro. Remember, he was signed to Violator Management, so we always see him Buster, Fat Joe. I knew all them guys. We always seeing these guys. Everybody. Especially West Coast, the whole D12. Me and Proof was good. Because every time we in Detroit, it's me and Proof playing video games, smoking with each other and shit. So me and Proof had a relationship. Rest in peace to Proof. But all them guys, man, we know all them guys. All them guys. Mostly our camp, though, is Eminem, Dr. Dre, and people on that camp, because 50 was beefing with everybody. So mostly the West Coast camp. And then anybody who was good with Violator and Chris Lighty.
Was 50 and Fat Joe cool before the beef? Like, did they know each other?
Nah. I used to see Uncle Murder up at Violator office, because Uncle Murder was signed to Violator too. He used to be up there. LL Cool J, all them. They was signed to Violator too. Yeah. Missy Elliott, but I never seen Missy Elliott. And you know Yandy Smith from Love and Hip Hop? She used to be the intern before she even got all this money. She popping now, but I knew her when she was just an intern. Yeah.
Now, speaking on LL, you know, I seen that LL got mad at 50 because 50 said that he ghost wrote the Paradise song for LL, but then LL came back and was like, no, he only wrote the hook, but 50 denied it. Were you around during that time?
I ain't gonna lie, 50 did write some of that, because I was there when he was writing that. I remember that. He did write that shit. And then, because he was doing a lot of work, and then he had wrote some shit for J-Lo too. And that's why him and Nas fell out. Because he was supposed to be in the video, and like, they put Nas on it. Instead of giving it to 50, they dropped 50, and he like, Nas ain't give me the heads up. So he got upset at Nas behind that. But he did write that, he did write pieces of that for LL. It mightn't have been the whole track. It might have been the cadence or whatever few pieces of flow format and shit, but yeah, he did have his involvement with that record, that's a fact. You know, if it's real, it's real. I'm gonna keep it real regardless. If it's facts, it's facts, yeah.
Can you take me through the Nas fallout? So he does this song. I remember hearing the song with J-Lo.
Remember, he now coming back, so he looked at it like that's a big play for him. But now when I look back at it, why he was so mad and Nas for doing that, now me looking back at it, he really wanted that song with J-Lo because Ja Rule had some big songs with J-Lo. You dig? So when you look back at it now, that's why he really wanted that song with J-Lo. Cause I told you, jealousy again, or he got a big track. Well, I'm gonna do, cause everything that he said Ja was doing, he wound up doing. All the bubblegum music, all the singing on this and doing this and the candy shit and this, the bubblegum music. He jacked Ja Rule's whole style, if y'all ain't noticed that. He dissed the nigga and took his whole style, bro.
I remember that was a big thing when it happened. We used to talk about
this
that.
This is a fact, though. Nigga
the singing. Because he used to be on Ja Rule about the singing, and then he was singing
and
too.
And then the bubblegum music. Well, you only make bubblegum music. Then you came with a whole song called Candy Shop. Let's make it make sense. Yeah, but yeah. So that's why him and Nas fell out. I see now why. Because he was jealous of Ja Rule and he wanted a J-Lo feature because Ja Rule had a J-Lo feature. To me, that's obsession when you get older and you look at it. That's obsession, bro. He was obsessed with Ja Rule, bro. Because till this day, you're still disrespecting Ja. Till this day, man, he's obsessed with that nigga. You made it. You got all the money in the world already. All the money. You're supposed to just be happy, dog.
Okay, now I seen 50 talk about this, the J-Lo thing, and he made it seem like that they were kind of scared of him. That's why they had him off the song, or because I think this happened around the time he got shot, right?
It wasn't. No, that was after he got shot. They wasn't scared.
It was after he got shot.
Yeah, it was after he got shot. Before he got shot, he had a song with Beyonce. He was about to drop the single. Matter of fact, Destiny Child. He had a track with Destiny Child. I was about to be his next single. You heard? Before he had got shot up. Yeah. But after he came back, it was J-Lo. That was when he shot up already. You heard?
Is there anybody else that he ghost wrote for that we wouldn't know about?
I'm not sure, because he did most of his ghost writing through Trackmasters, Tone and Pope, when he was on Columbia. So I wouldn't know who else he wrote for. I know he did a few joints with Puffy too. Yeah. Missy too, he did something for Missy. He was on some shit with Missy, yeah. That song he did with Missy, he wrote some of that.
Okay. Now, I've seen a lot of people talk.
Now, I was just singing, humming the Missy Elliott song.
Okay, let me see. Let me see what song that is real quick. Let me look it up.
Then he work it, and he work it. You don't remember that Missy Elliott song?
I remember that. He wrote that?
Yeah. Missy, she's so freaky. Eating. Remember that song? That's like one of the first songs of him coming back too. Chris Lighty again. Remember, she was signed to Valet the Management too. That's why when they telling me, oh, only Eminem, the only black person that did something for him, niggas be, stop the cap, man. Chris Lighty was the first person that did anything for us. Valet the Management, rest in peace. Then M came along.
Now, have you watched Power at all?
Yeah, I like Power.
You know, a lot of people say that 50 took a lot of these characters from guys from your neighborhood. Like, one, they say that he got Ghost like as like a combination of like Preem and Fat Cat.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, you could see it. Like he took a lot of street tales and flipped it. Yeah, because even in the Tommy series, you got called Big Smurf. You got a Smurf in your clip. What's wrong with these? I be watching this shit. They got a Smurf in their joint. You there? They be taking street shit and just twisting it and flipping it. You heard? I find I should be getting paid. Anything he attached to with Smurf involved, I need my money, bro. Yeah, and I like how he lived through the whole series too, because you know you can't kill a Smurf. He made it through the whole Tommy series. So shout out to Smurf for making it through the Tommy series. But yeah, but that's what he do. He take characters from the hood and twist it together. That's actually smart though. But he's not a writer at the end of the day, so I don't know how they get it, unless he's talking to Courtney, because he's not a writer.
I think he brings the ideas to him.
Yeah.
You know, and they kind of
help
put it together.
Yeah, facts. That's what he do. Facts. Yeah, but I like what he doing though. Like, I ain't no hater. I might not like him as a person, but his business aspect, his business moves, I can't hate that. The nigga's a businessman, you heard? So when it come to business, I like how he structures his deals and he gets shit popping. But his personal, like his character, I can't respect his character. I respect his business moves, no doubt. But not his character, bro.
Did you see that 50 is suing his first baby's mom for breaching
The
a
contract,
2007 life
he,
rights agreement, and he's asking for $1 million in damages?
Yeah, because he had on a gag order, an NDA, you know, the non-disclosure, can't talk our life, can't talk nothing. That's how he do people. And then you're going to turn around and sue your baby mother. You see his character again? This is what I be talking about. Let's do all the whole shit in the world and let him get away with it. But let Smurf come out and say, yo, I'm about to sue it, is an issue. But I'm suing the newspapers and them in London for all that bullshit and mad media outlet. I'm suing too now. I'm suing everybody for all this false shit going on. I like free money too. So I'm about to get on my sue shit too. Everybody else suing, I'm suing too.
What do you think about the whole Diddy situation? Like him kind of beating his case and only having to do a few years and all the allegations against him.
Well, Diddy got what was coming to him for years. So he got 4 years, you know, he do his time, figure it out, because Diddy had a lot of allegations on him, you heard? So, and if a lot of them allegations is true, he needed some time to sit down and think about shit and relax and clear his head and, you heard? Pray for forgiveness, you heard? You dig?
Yeah, man. I mean, the tape that came out, the CNN dropped, I mean, a lot of that stuff. I mean, God, the trial was so crazy.
Yeah, the trial was crazy, man. Niggas come off another man's breasts, all kind of shit, bro. Yo, bro, I couldn't even hear all that shit. After I heard that one, what? You what? Nah, I couldn't with that trial no more. It's too disturbing for me. You heard? I was just waiting for the verdict, you heard? But, you know, I ain't mad at what nobody do on their free time. That's them. I really don't give a fuck. I don't care about people's business. I only care about me and mine. Let me get that out the way. Whatever you do in your free time, that's your personal business. That's y'all. Just don't bring it around me. You dig? So, yeah.
Did you hear about Cassie being sued by one of the alleged sex workers?
Yeah, I think I seen him on Vlad TV. I definitely checked that one out. Yo, said she gave him herpes, all kind of shit. STD, all kind of, allegedly. Yeah, I heard about all that shit. Yeah.
Man, that's what was your thoughts on that? Because you know what's
But like I told you, I know my thoughts on it already. The industry is the devil playground, bro. That ain't nothing new. That shit is devilish, bro. That ain't nothing new, bro. That go on all the time. Who getting abused, who getting touched, who getting molested. Look at Africa Bambaataa, legendary hip hop, Zulu Nation, little boys in their ass, allegedly, from young. So this shit been going on for years in hip hop, man. Like I just told you, man. This shit is the devil's playground, man. Told you that. You know what Massa say, son, you gotta do it, man. Yeah.
Damn.
But a lot of people be getting abused. You gonna hear it coming out more too, because a lot of people is coming out and getting the courage to speak up. Niggas like, even the real like me, niggas is tired of these rappers, because all of them is fake. They use the real. Then when they get next to the rich white guys, they act like they don't know the same that was with them when they was dirty and ain't had nothing. Like when these get money, they forget they be dirty or was dirty. You heard? And then they act like they better than the same that'll do anything for them. You heard? All these rappers do that. Because they want a relationship with the rich white guys. They cut us off and they want the oppressors. They want to be cool with the oppressors. They find new buddies, you heard? Yeah. That's what go on. And you ever heard that saying, not everybody can make it? You know where that saying come from? The white man telling the black people that again. The oppressors telling, yo, you don't need this no more. Because this might be the closest one to you. So once you're the closest to an artist, everybody want your spot. Because remember, he the man. You want to get next to him. So to get you out the way, they'll do whatever. These executives too. Yeah, that's what go on, bro. That's where that come from, the oppressors saying, yo, you don't need them no more. Because they know they can't control us. You got to remember, the whole music and the whole shit is a control game. If they can't control you, you no good. Because remember, there's all these getting robbed. Your biggest artists getting robbed. These don't own their masters. They sell their publishing. So it's certain shit, the entourage like us would be like, nah, you can't do that to the bro. Where the bro gonna take that, be like, nah, he feeding us. You understand what I'm saying? It's certain shit, a real, they don't want us around because we gonna peep certain shit and we wouldn't go for it. Yeah. That's why they say not everybody could go. They only mean the real can't come, because the real ain't gonna jack half of the shit that going on. That's why everybody can go.
Damn.
Because if I see it again in the ass, I'm talking about it. Or touch it, I'm talking about, oh shit, you see? Because they know we not holding that in. That's why everybody can't go. The real definitely can go. You dig?
Damn.
You need who could take certain shit and who they could control, bro. That's why you see all the real be beefing at the end of the day. Like, yo, this nigga, I thought he was my man. Nah, nigga, you just couldn't make it because you wouldn't fall for the shit he about to accept. Yeah.
Well, Bang'em Smurf, man, I appreciate you.
Man, I appreciate you, man. Thanks for another classic, because you know every time we link up for some reason it be magical. So, man, thank you again for having me. I already know this is going to be another legendary one. We got the internet on fire right now. I've been laying low for like a year. I'm glad I did that too, so everybody happy to see me back outside talking my shit. You know the haters mad because I'm ruffling the feathers, but my real is like, talk your shit, expose these. So it is what it is. Like I said, life is a balance anyway, man. And to the youths, man, make your mother proud, stay in school. Self-respect is a weapon of mass destruction. If y'all understand this, I ain't mean to curse, but we lost our self-respect, and this is for the kids. Please, man, have self-respect, especially these young girls coming up. Don't follow these new entertainers and all this devil shit that's going on, man. Because at the end of the day, that's their agenda, man. They trying to lead us down the wrong road. And why I'm pushing it like this too, Cam, because I played a part of that. I was once working for the oppressors, meaning they used to feed off my energy. These oppressors could only feed off a low frequency, negativity. They can't feed off of positivity. So if we as a culture learn to live with love, that alone, you know what I mean? That alone will take our oppressors out because they can't feed off of love, you heard? They feed off of negativity, man. So I want everybody worldwide, all our blacks, whites, Mexicans, Chinese, whatever you is, man, because it ain't no color, it's one race, bro. We all one race, bro. It's just that these oppressors, again, divide and conquer, had this whole shit separate. We all one, bro. You dig? So if we could understand that, we could live in unity and love, man, that's all I got to say, man, because that's what really counts in this world. Love is the highest frequency. God bless everybody. Cam,
That's what it is,
respect.
bro.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, bro.
Yeah.
What's up? This is Cam Capone. We got more content like this coming soon. So hit that like button, subscribe, and stay locked in to Cam Capone News.